It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the Bears leader at quarterback. Your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bears and the Rams, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Play fake, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
First down, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's a fumble, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play, and if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
2nd and 15.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Up the middle they go. It's Cox.
And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They're going to look to throw.
Batted at the line, but he still brought it in.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And this one is right through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Cox, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Cox. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They go play action. Mayfield. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Mayfield. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 102 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
On the slant, he's got Hardman. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, it's Cox. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On second down, they'll run it here. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line.
That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A give up the middle to Akers.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Mayfield on play action.
He's going to find Edwards open downfield.
Touchdown, Rams.
Bryan Edwards.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Now for the point after. And it's 17-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Bryan Edwards in this offense, helmets on and ready to go again.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
And this will be caught by Edwards. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack on the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught. Smith.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
2nd down and 3.
Back to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
2nd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his man, London, right side.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Mayfield down. That'll be caught by Cup. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here's Braden Mann now
as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started.
They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll look to throw again. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here hauled in by Kupp. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield off the play fake. Into the hands of London. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, and it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Jahan Dotson, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Carlos Basham. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. First down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 2-point conversions? That's difficult.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Pulled in at the 24. Oh, what a move. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cox. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Mayfield with it once more. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Mayfield looks to throw, and this is going to be incomplete. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Holding, offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
Akers back-to-back catches.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be fourth down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Mayfield.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's into the hands of Edwards.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
First down, Mayfield. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he wisely will throw that one away. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Rams on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Into the hands of London.
And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I guarantee you, it's not very good.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And he's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Bears, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.